Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Since her divorce from Kody, Sister Wives star Christine Brown has become much stronger. As Kody's third wife, she became a member of the Brown family, but she never liked living there. She divorced him after the pandemic because she felt she was better off without him. She eventually met David, her soulmate, and they were married. Christine wrote her first solo book after David encouraged her to be the best version of herself. She pledges to expose the Brown family members in her upcoming book, which has generated a lot of hype. Christine also disclosed that her book will contain a lot of behind-the-scenes information, such as specifics about her relationship with David and polygamy. She recently talked about the book's substance in a video that she posted on Instagram. The drama pot is overflowing after the video caused a great deal of uproar. Christine appears to have intentions to reveal Kody and Robin. Sister Wives, Christine received her book's first copy. Christine just posted a video of herself receiving her book's first edition. She was ecstatic when she opened the box and fell in love. She even turned the pages, which contained a number of her major life accomplishments. Everything from pictures of her graduation to special memories from her pregnancies were included in the book. Behind the camera, her husband, David, was encouraging her. Christine eagerly showed David their wedding photos, which were also included in the book, and it was undeniably a very memorable moment. The book's release is eagerly anticipated by fans. Sister Wives, Christine promises to expose Kody in her upcoming book. A few weeks ago, Sister Wives Season 19 came to a conclusion, and we currently don't know anything about the upcoming season. That does not, however, imply that the drama surrounding the Brown family has ended. Conversely, it's not at all. Christine intends to relate her own experiences with the Brown family in her upcoming novel. She also plans to divulge insider information and describe all of the things Kody did to torture them. Later this year, in September, her new book, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, will be published. A preview of one of the chapters was just shared by Christine, who has been actively promoting this book on social media. She pulled Robin and Kody along with her. She revealed how Kody consistently picked Robin over all of his previous spouses when recording her audiobook. Christine described in the film how, prior to visiting Robin, his fourth wife, Kody went to see how she and her 3 kids were doing. She was in pain and in labor with her 6th and last child when this occurred. She went on to say that the Sister Wives camera crew was following him while he lavished Robin with love and a big kiss. Then, grudgingly, he left Robin to go to Christine's labor room. This passage demonstrates unequivocally how Kody mistreated and treated his wife differently. According to Christine, the book would provide the context for a number of situations and explain the wives' final decision to leave Kody. Much drama and buzz have already been generated by the reel, and it looks like things will only get worse with time. In a jaw-dropping move that no one saw coming, yet everyone was secretly hoping for, Christine Brown has officially declared open war on Kody Brown with the explosive release of her brand new tell-all book, and the fallout is seismic. Titled Becoming Free, My Life Beyond the Brown Family, the memoir peels back every glossy TLC illusion, every edited-for-TV scene, every hollow apology, and lays bare the reality of what life was really like inside the Brown household. Gone is the Christine who smiled politely through years of spiritual neglect and emotional starvation. This Christine is fierce, unfiltered, and done protecting anyone who used her silence as a shield. With raw honesty and sharp detail, she exposes Kody Brown as a man obsessed with control, ego, and the illusion of spiritual leadership, while quietly building a world that revolved solely around Robin. From the very first page, Christine makes it clear, this isn't a book about heartbreak, it's a declaration of independence. But as her words slice through the image of a unified polygamist family, the wounds she opens have already started to bleed. Christine dives headfirst into the moment everything began to unravel, years before she ever packed up and left for Utah. She describes the exact night she realized Kody had emotionally checked out of their marriage. It wasn't one explosive argument, she writes. It was years of quiet rejections, of turning away when I needed him the most, of feeling invisible next to Robin's tears. She goes on to detail how Kody slowly erased her from decision-making, how he weaponized scripture to gaslight her into staying, and how he would praise Robin's parenting while undermining Christine's efforts to raise their children. Christine spares no detail when it comes to Kody's manipulative tactics, including how he twisted conversations to pit the wives against each other, encouraged passive aggression under the guise of spiritual headship, and claimed that Christine was unfaithful in her heart for merely dreaming of freedom. Perhaps most damning is the chapter titled, "The Wife He Wanted to Forget," where Christine reveals that Kody allegedly suggested she wasn't worth the investment when the family discussed building homes on Coyote Pass. She includes a direct quote, backed by production transcripts, where Kody reportedly says, "Christine doesn't know what she wants. She just wants to feel important." That quote alone has fans raging, and not just because it's cruel, but because it confirms what so many viewers suspected all along. Christine was marginalized, minimized, and emotionally dismissed by a man who was too busy prioritizing Robin's comfort to notice the deep fractures in his other relationships. But Christine doesn't just write about her own pain. She tells the stories of others who are afraid to speak up. With clear permission, she includes accounts from children who felt unseen by their father, moments where Janelle confessed her own doubts, and even tense behind-the-scenes stories from the TLC set. She discusses the infamous COVID divide and how it exposed more than just health concerns. It revealed the depth of favoritism Kody had been showing Robin for years. "COVID didn't break us," Christine writes. "It just gave us all permission to stop pretending." In one particularly scathing chapter, Christine reveals that Kody allegedly told her, "You're not the kind of woman I'm spiritually connected to anymore." That quote, Christine says, was the moment she knew their marriage was over. "He didn't say he didn't love me. He said I wasn't the right type anymore, like I was a shirt he'd grown tired of wearing." The book also tackles the emotional aftermath of her departure. Christine opens up about the grief she felt leaving the only life she'd known, how she grappled with guilt over breaking a plural marriage, and the fear of being shunned by her community. But what shines through in every chapter is her resilience, and her deep belief that freedom is worth fighting for. The final pages of the book read like a victory lap. Christine writes about meeting David Woolley and learning what mutual respect and affection actually feel like. She shares how her children are thriving, how she's rediscovered her voice, and how she's building a life rooted in joy rather than obligation. "I used to think spiritual wives were meant to sacrifice everything for the greater good," she writes. "Now I know the greatest good is teaching my daughters that they are allowed to be whole." But the release of Becoming Free hasn't just stirred emotions, it's ignited a firestorm across social media, talk shows, and even within the remaining Brown family circle. TLC reportedly scrambled to review upcoming Sister Wives footage to determine what parts of Christine's revelations were captured on camera. Insiders claim Janelle has privately expressed support, calling the book brave, while Mary has remained cryptically silent, fueling speculation that she's preparing her own memoir. As for Kody, his reaction has been nothing short of explosive. Sources say he was livid upon receiving an advance copy and is allegedly exploring legal action over certain passages. He's accused Christine of fabricating stories to boost book sales and called the memoir a betrayal to the spiritual principles we once stood for. But fans are having none of it. Across Reddit threads, YouTube commentaries, and viral TikToks, Christine is being hailed as a feminist icon, a truth teller, and the real heart of the show. Christine carried Sister Wives on her back, one fan posted. Kody should be thanking her for not exposing him sooner. And the sales don't lie. Within 48 hours of release, Becoming Free shot to #1 on multiple bestseller lists, outperforming other reality TV memoirs and drawing mainstream media attention. Multiple outlets have already dubbed it the most explosive reality TV book since Jessica Simpson's Open Book. Meanwhile, Christine has begun her book tour, sitting down with major talk show hosts and refusing to hold back. In one unforgettable interview, she told a stunned studio audience, He told me I was selfish for wanting more. But he gave all of himself to Robin. That's not love. That's control. As cameras zoomed in on her tear-filled eyes, it became clear. This wasn't just about ratings. This was a reckoning. The Brown family saga has never been short on drama, but with Becoming Free, Christine has rewritten the rules. She's no longer the passive plural wife waiting for crumbs of affection. She's a woman who walked through fire, came out stronger, and now stands tall, book in hand, truth on her lips, and Kody's empire crumbling behind her. Whether the other wives follow suit or not, one thing is crystal clear. Christine Brown has officially declared war on the lies that kept her small, and this time, she's not backing down. And just when readers thought Christine Brown had said all she needed to say in Becoming Free, My Life Beyond the Brown Family, the second half of the book delivers even more nuclear-level revelations, proving that Christine isn't just setting the record straight, she's lighting the entire narrative on fire. In bold chapters titled Robin's Reign, When Cameras Stopped Rolling, and I Was the Enemy in My Own Home, Christine unloads the emotional burdens she carried for years while silently smiling on national television. She accuses Kody not only of abandonment, but of strategic emotional isolation, of deliberately creating distance between the wives, especially when Robin entered the picture. It wasn't just that Robin was the favorite, Christine writes. It was that she became the standard. And once Kody made her the center of his world, the rest of us became accessories. Dispensable. Forgotten. In an especially gut-wrenching segment, Christine reveals that Robin often acted as a behind-the-scenes gatekeeper to Kody, controlling the flow of communication, even acting as a filter for his decisions. She writes that Robin would pass along messages like a secretary and spoke on Kody's behalf more and more frequently as the years went on. Christine says this behavior contributed to the growing distance between the sister wives and left her feeling like she was being pushed out of a structure she had helped build from the very beginning. But it doesn't stop there. Christine boldly states that TLC producers were often complicit in the manipulation, choosing to air sanitized versions of arguments, covering up key moments of confrontation, and playing into the image of Kody as a misunderstood husband rather than a man losing control of his fractured empire. There were days I cried in my car between filming scenes, Christine writes. I had to wipe off my tears, walk back into the house, and pretend I was part of something I no longer believed in. She calls out specific episodes that were re-edited to minimize tension, revealing that a now infamous conversation where she told Kody she wanted out was actually a follow-up to an earlier confrontation, one in which he allegedly called her ungrateful and accused her of ruining the show by not falling back in line. Christine doesn't shy away from her regrets either. She admits there were moments where she should have walked away sooner, where she enabled Kody's behavior by trying to keep the peace. But the theme of the second half of the book is transformation and redemption. She details the moment she first looked at herself in the mirror and said out loud, "You deserve better." That, she says, was the beginning of her healing. And as the book continues, Christine makes it clear that sister wives may have told the story of a family, but her story was lost in the noise, until now. Readers are especially stunned by one passage in which Christine accuses Kody of financially gatekeeping the wives, saying that joint family income, largely earned through their reality show, was directed toward Robin's spending habits and household needs first, while the other wives were made to justify basic requests like school tuition or grocery allowances. He made us feel like burdens when we asked for what we were owed, Christine writes. Meanwhile, Robin's kids had private lessons, new iPads, and weekly therapy. My children had to wait to see a dentist. That revelation has Sister Wives fans furious, especially considering how many times Janelle and Christine were shown living in tight financial situations while Robin's household remained comfortable, if not lavish. Christine even recounts moments where she sold personal items online to make ends meet, while Kody insisted on maintaining an image of stability and abundance. But perhaps the most scathing section comes near the end, where Christine directly addresses Kody in a written open letter titled, "To the Man Who Let Me Go." It's not an apology. It's not even a plea for understanding. It's a reckoning. She writes, "You didn't just lose a wife. You lost the one person who believed in the family more than you ever did. I prayed for you. I protected you. And in return, you watched me slip away and called it my fault. That passage alone has gone viral across fan pages and book clubs, cementing Becoming Free as not just a memoir but a manifesto, a line in the sand declaring that no amount of editing, gaslighting, or spiritual platitudes can erase Christine's truth. Even more explosive, Christine hints that she held back a lot. In the book's final pages, she writes, "This isn't everything, but it's enough for now." That cryptic final line has led fans to speculate a follow-up book, a documentary, or even a legal move could be next. Meanwhile, Kody has reportedly been in crisis mode behind the scenes.